Hi guys, FrostFangs here, welcome back once again, of course, to the Paladins video. We're going to be playing some term today based around his F with this slam setup I've got ready for us here. I did cover a variant of this like a year or two ago, but tons of stuff has changed since then, so it does kind of deserve another video because the only other one I've really got on the channel that's updated is Q term, which is kind of getting nerfed in the next update actually. Not massively, it is still going to be a pretty good setup, but it's being pulled down a little bit, so I kind of thought of different ways to play term that I don't see very often, Crush being one of them. Although you definitely don't need Crush to have this work. You can easily go for Undying if you want the tankiness, or Decimation for the damage if you don't want the stun instead of the slow, so this is more of an optional talent than like one you need to grab. The build is pretty straightforward. I have tweaked it a little bit from where I had it originally because I have played a game or two with this already. We've got damage reduction after the F, power gen whenever we hit somebody with our axe, power gen when we hit somebody with our F, then cooldown on the F with the Q, which is pretty important if you're going to properly go for this, and then a bunch of extra distance on the F so you can actually use it in situations where you're not right next to somebody. It does make you a little bit harder to hit as well because it seems to be the same sort of duration and you just go a lot faster, because the main downside to the setup is you don't really have as much sustain as the normal one. For term you don't really have the self-heal that this one has with the right click. It does go somewhat without saying, but I feel like I should mention it anyway. The stat you're going to get with this will never be that good, especially in comparison to the other one where you're outputting a lot more damage. You're going to just be annoying to the enemy team, helping your team out with CC and stuff, and not really ending up with the best stat ever. There's quite a few setups like this in Paladins. I just feel like I should mention it because if you try this out for yourself, don't expect the best stat ever, but you're kind of providing value in other ways. We've got Onslaught Primal Court for game 1, pretty good map for this, a Charlene, a Fury, a Ceres and a Sky, and then for their side of generals, a Ceres, a Grok, a Cassie and an Andro. Sure, I played with a couple of these guys before I think. So for this one we'll go ahead and grab Crush. I would recommend that you maybe do a bit of a bait and switch with this if you're in a kind of tryout situation, not just playing a casual. You might want to go Undying and then switch at the last second. I don't do it because it's kind of cheesy, but if you're in like a siege or something you definitely would want to go for it. We've got Recurve, Mortal Reach, Exterminate and Prep, so I probably shouldn't have gone for Crush because we have stuns from the Fury. They're going to grab it anyway. Soul Collector, Curse Revolver, Bino Star and a Maelstrom. Let's just go for an F straight off the bat, see if we can slam. There we go. Slash away at the Andro a tad. There's an F. That might be a kill. Nope, because they've just got tons of healing and I'm dead to the Ceres. I don't know how so many of us died there so quickly when most of them are trying to heal. Until we get more speed here, it's going to be kind of rough closing the gap. That's an instant F. You love to see it. There's an F. There's a double stun. Nice. That's grabbed from the Genos. We did Slasher whilst we were actually in the air, just trying to block some stuff with the Q. Thank you for the God heal there, Ceres. There's the stun, slash, and she is out. Well done. There's a double little hit. I will say this is also a lot more fun than normal term. It's quite a bit different than the other way of playing them, and you're actually a little bit more active than just running around with the Q up. There's an F. There's a stun which didn't land, although the Fury double beam did and somehow didn't deal that much damage. I guess I was just healing for a lot because we don't really have any core. Ceres with the ult, we are actually in range of that. There is the Q. Genos went for his. We'll go for the F. There's a stun on the Andro. He's gone. Pull up the Q again. Hello, Genos. I'm probably gone. I could ult, but it's a complete waste. I'm not going to use it here. Finished off our Nimble, just a general thing to buy on turn. Then we get some Chronos for just the setup. I don't know if I necessarily recommend Chronos normally, but it works quite well here. Pull up the Q for that cooldown reduction that will tap over there. There is the F. Stun onto the Grok. I guess I could get some Cauterize as well. He's going to go for his ult. I guess we can go for ours just to counter. Definitely not the best ult ever, but hey, it kind of worked. Fury getting rid of the Grok there. We can go for the little jump. I thought they were still up here. That would have actually been a solid play if they were. There goes the Andro. He's a free kill most of the time. Bit of a weird match to be honest, but there's some absorption with the Q. We'll go for the F. Actually insta-stunned the Genos there. We'll keep that Q up for the reset. That's Grok going for the ult. I guess we can push in. There's a little spin, slash, and a finish. Okay. Chasing the Andro a little bit. Now mind he's already dead. Stun there for the Cassie. The F does actually go up and down a little bit. So if somebody's like upstairs, like that Cassie was just there, or somebody's a little bit below you, you will still get the stun. There's an F for the Grok or the Cassie. That works too. Jesus Christ, that Fury buff. I don't have my ult up. Thought I did for some reason, so I'm dead, but we are doubling their score. Well done, team. We've actually picked up quite a bit. We'll grab some more Chronos and I guess go for Cauterize. Hello, Cassie and Andro. You guys are just right near spawn. Thank you for the free double nearly. If I can just finish her off. Okay, drop down, go for that instant F. That is beautiful on maps like this. There is the Q to absorb some stuff. They both use their escape, so of course can't really do very much there. There's another instant F. They clearly did not learn their lesson. We'll pull up the Q again. Oh my god, thanks team for the heals. I just about lived there. Pull up the Q again. There's a slash. I don't have the F. I'm like a little bit off. We can go for it just now. Stun the Ceres. There's a tap. I guess we're going to get ulted by the Genos, that we'll just use ours to counter. It's the second time we've just counter ulted for not too much of a reason. There's a stun. Never mind. He ghost walked. That's the Sky ult, but that's ours. Grok just went straight into it. Okay. Just going to slash away at him here. I don't think he can actually get away from us in time. I guess we can use the Q for that cooldown reduction. There's a slam to finish. Yep, sure. I'm just going to chase him right to spawn. How bloody rude. There's a kill on the Ceres too. Andros here not looking too good. There's the F. That's a double stun. I'm playing very aggressively here. It's working very, very well. You're going to have a harder time, of course, in more trial situations with this because you're going to get countered more. But in casuals, running around with Term F, especially now that it's not as glitchy as it definitely used to be, it feels pretty good. There's an F, stun for the Cassie, hit her a little bit around the corner there, feel kind of bad about that one. There's a slash and one to finish, never mind. Grok's going for the ult, that's fine. I'm just going to get grabbed. That actually resets the F, which is quite nice, doesn't put it on cooldown like it does with some other abilities, but of course we are still dead. We went ahead and grabbed some more Chronos, got a little bit more Quarterize going. Seems like we've got it in the bag with like 150 ahead here. I can't imagine us losing this. That's Andro ulting, just going to kind of hide behind here a little bit, go for the F. That's a stun, there's a slash, I guess. They're just going to run away from it. Even with maxing it, Term does not feel that quick. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Ceres is just wasting an ult. I don't know if she realizes I can just completely stop that. For whatever reason, they decide not to chase. There's an F. That's a stun on just the Genos. Yep, sure. There's the triple hit and the left click. That's an ult from Ceres. Grok's nearly gone. Instant F as soon as he's out of that. There we go. There's a right click and a slash. He should be gone. There's the Q for a little second. There's a finish. Okay, thank you, Ceres, for the heal. We do have the ult up. Use the F instantly in here. Missed him. Okay, there's the Q. He's got a mad speed buff. Do we ult here? Yeah, sure. I might be able to get one of them, right? He might instant reversal me. Never mind. We timed it. There's a stun. Maybe we can finish her off unless she has her escape. Okay, doesn't matter. There is the victory. Overall, I think I actually did a pretty good job of showing that off. There's definitely some situations where this is quite a hard setup to pull off, but in that one, worked quite well. 14,560k. We actually had highest damage there other than the Charlene, so I'm quite happy with that. He shredded, so did Furia. Overall there, our team did a really good job, except Sky, who had a bit of a weird stat, but she did play the objective quite a bit, and then their side is all pretty much around the same sort of thing. So Riku jumped straight into a game 2. I was hoping we'd have at least a decent situation to show it off in, and that was pretty close to ideal. The only counter there really was the Genos grab, and even then, that doesn't really reset it, and he didn't go for the cripple, so we were fine. 3 of them did actually grab full resilience, but it didn't even really matter that much because it was quite far into the game. In Onslaught and TDM, it's going to be pretty hard to counter this. Resilience is getting a slight buff in the next update though, so this is slightly worse. It's going up to like, what, 75% or something? Didn't realize how goddamn good some of the term skins look, especially when you mix and match the weapons. The Omega Gut Shredder with the Steel Forged skin actually looks really, really nice here. I'm going to rock this combo for game 2. For some reason, I just kind of always ran like the recolor term. So anyway, for game 2, we've got King of the Hill, Trade District, we've got a Vatu, we've got a Ceres, we've got a Canessa and a Ram. Pretty good team there. We're up against an Andro, a BK, another Furia, an Ashe, and a Grok. So for the talent, I'm going to go ahead and grab Crush again. This actually makes more sense than it did in game 1 because we don't really have any other CC unless Ceres goes for stuns, which she isn't, so they don't have any reason to grab Resilience, so we're either forcing them to grab it or we're going to stun them for a whole second. This map and their team comp is a bit tougher though. We'll see. We've got Enveloping Shadow, Steady Aim Enforcer, Mortal Reach, Accelerant might also be a bit of a pain. Spirits Domain, Fortress Breaker, Exterminate, and Cursed Revolver. I'm pretty sure as long as we're in the air and we get stunned, we get the F back. Just going to go straight for the F away from that. There's a double stun, there's a slash. She is actually nearly gone. I'm trying to get the F reset just in case we were off, but that wouldn't have done it anyway. I've now remembered why I don't run any term skins is because they do take up a lot of screen space and are very, very distracting. They look good, like this weapon looks freaking fantastic, and so does the actual armor skin, the Jotun one or whatever it's called, but it's just way too much going on in my face when I'm trying to play and it's really distracting. Oh my god, said earlier that term wasn't broken, but that was absolutely really, really bad. I think I'm dead because that's just going to knock me off. I didn't get my F reset. My bad for missing the stun because it glitched, so technically I can blame that one on Paladins being Paladins. Pop the F, stun the Ashe. This should be a free one. There we go. Pull up the Q. Get as many of those charges as we can. Just burst down the, Grok. Sure, Ram ulted. We'll go for the F on the Fury. That was actually out of range, although Vatu's just going to go ahead and help me get rid of a hit anyway, so it doesn't matter. PK's still here. Actually just got rid of our Ceres. Fair play to him with that Accelerant. There is the Q. We'll get that F going. There's a stun. We actually did the spin. There's the Q at the perfect timing to actually stop that. BK's just waddling forward as if nothing happened. Slashing away at them, getting as many charges as we can. There's some Q, or right clicks I mean, but I timed it terribly. We're just going to F away here so I don't die. Stun the BK on the way back. Thank you very much. Point moved all the way over there, and yet we're all fighting in this corner. I'm just going to try and retreat, let Ram do his thing. Ceres actually came over to give me a heal. They're pushing in. Actually kind of misplayed there because Ceres came in to give me a hand. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm still dead. Maybe it worked out for them. I don't know what I'm even trying to do here. We do have a full meter though, so we'll just empty that. Pull up the Q again. Go for that F stun. I got caught so weirdly there on that little corner, so I couldn't do it. I'm just going to go for the ult. They're probably all going to dodge it, but you never know. Maybe we'll get something with it. Okay, I don't know if I did hit anything there. I think it was a Grok Totem. He's now going for the ult. We'll go for our F. That's a double stun. You want to try and line it up so you get your meter reset because it is per person. 24% per person you hit with that F, so you can get actually more reset than the Q one, technically. That is if you're hitting multiple people consistently with it. It will actually be more effective at blocking damage than the other setup will be, although it's kind of harder to pull off, so I don't know if I'd necessarily say it's reliable. Go for the F, slam on the BK. There we go. I was trying to hit the Grok there as well. Dead to the Furia Beam. We'll go ahead and finish off our Nimble. Get a little bit of resilience going too. Should help with the Furia Beam and the BK stun, which is inevitably going to hit us. There is the F stun on the Grok. That should be a finish. was just going to go ahead and smack him in the corner. That's one of the funniest kills I've seen in a minute. Trying to block some stuff for him, but I guess we just got free meter. There is the F on the Andro and the kill. Thank you. Got a bunch of the meter back. There is the Q. Somehow the beam didn't stop on me there. Thank you, Ceres, for the heal. There's a stun. See, as I said, it goes down a little bit. We still hit her there even if we were on the level above her. And yeah, there we go. Let's go back onto the point. We're doubling them now. That's a stun on the Ash. The animation there was completely bugged. Even if I go back to running like recolor term, I think I will rock this weapon just because it looks so goddamn good in hand when you're waddling around doing nothing. There is a 3-man. Hell yeah, that's pretty good. There's a bunch of damage. She should be gone. Just need to one more slash. There we go. There's another hit on the Grok and the Q just to block and give us a little bit of time so we can use the stun on him. That didn't hit, or it did just with a delay. She's in her ult doing her own thing, but I guess we can gen some of our meter back. She's just going to block that. There we go. Pop the F. Hello, enemy team. That was perfectly timed. We actually didn't take any damage there because no one was paying attention. Okay, the Andro's over there on nothing. Little triple hit. Love to see it. There's an F to finish. Oh my god, I didn't hit him. That PK's just walking around so carelessly and dodging like all my shit. Furious stun. That's a pain. We do have some resilience now though. Don't have any meter. Do I go for the ult here? No, it's kind of too late. I should have just instantly used it. My reactions were kind of bad. Sarah's even comboed with me. I feel like I let her down there. Gotta drop a sorry there in the chat. That Sarah's got like a 3-man pull and I didn't even ult. I think she was waiting for me to do it and then I kind of let her down there. So there's a stun on the Andro. I guess we can at least kind of redeem ourselves a little bit. Hello BK. You're playing very ballsy for a man on like 250. Back to sitting on the point waiting for something to happen. We are doubling them score-wise here. Hello Ash. For some reason I didn't realize it was you. I thought it was our Ram. Still, I guess the color scheme's kind of similar. We'll block the knock. There's a hit. BK's going for the ult. I probably should have just tried to kill him, but I don't know what he's doing. That doesn't block BK, I guess. They should all be dead here though. Right, there's a stun on the Ash. That didn't hit. There's the Q, little charge or two and a slash to finish. I don't feel like I should have had that. Trying to juke the Andro. Thank you, Ceres. She did die there, but what a play from her. To be honest, she got me back up like enough to deal with this Andro, although he's going to be able to pull back here. There's the Q for the reset on the F. That's the whole reason we run that card. Stun, and there's the free kill. Even if the Kinesta didn't come in there, we should have had that. Finish off our resilience. Hello BK. We'll just go ahead and block that. Thank you very much. There is an F for the Ash. Couple little hits. She's trying to get into a position to knock me. We do have resilience. I don't know if she'll be able to anyway. There's the F reset because we got hit midway through it. That Andro's on nothing. I could ult here, but I'm just going to save it. I probably shouldn't be so conservative with term ult because you do gen it pretty quick, but for some reason I'm just a little bit like hesitant to use it. Ash is going in with the F. There's a stun. She's going to get punished pretty hard here. She's going to die. She's pushing in kind of on her own. There we go. Back to sitting on the objective, waiting for something to happen. Oh, they're actually closer than I thought they were. There is the Q. Do we push in? I guess Ram's going for it. So there's a stun on the Furia. There's a couple little hits. I'm going to push forward so I don't get stunned by the BK. Actually, I'm going to try and die here. Let's just die so we can go for the ult. Don't know if I'm going to get anything, but at least push them away. Never mind, we actually killed the Grok too. Sick. There's a stun, which isn't going to hit, but she was running away from me into the Kinesta, so she died anyway. There goes the Andro too. Pop the F. There's a nothing because I got stopped by the Fury Beam, but luckily we still get that on cooldown. I wouldn't be surprised if that eventually got changed. Some charges over there. We got rid of the Andro. Nice. There's an F push in on the, guess, Grok. I didn't hit it, so I'm dead. Probably would have died there anyway, but what I was trying to say before that mess of like plays just happened is that I feel like I'm doing just as well as I was in game 1, or maybe even better, but because of the team doing so much work, it doesn't seem like I'm doing as much. Stun there on the Ash. BK is going for the ult, trying to finish her off before she gets away. I'm probably dead. Never mind, we have enough resilience so that we can kind of absorb that mess. There's a stun on him. Okay, cool, he's gone. A couple of hits into the Andro and the Q. Shout Ceres for the heal. Do we go for the F and push in? Yeah, sure, he's going for his ult. There's a slash, which I don't know if we even hit. Fair play to him. We actually won that team fight. We're going to push in here, go for the F, get that stun on just the Grok. I can kind of ignore the Ash. There is the Q again. I'm in a real shitty spot. Shout Ceres for the heal. We don't have Quarter Eye, so that is a 3-man stun and pretty much back up to full. There's the Q. Ash ulting. Okay, we get the F again. They're both already dead. Stun the Ash just so she can't deal damage for a second, but she does have some resilience. I'm pretty sure. Yep, she's the only one with it. She's pushing back to the objective away from her immunity, but she's dead here any second. Just need to kill her. There we go. That's BK going round. There's a stun. Okay, I didn't hit the Grok there for some reason. We've got max chrono, so the cooldown on that F is pretty damn short and we're getting it off pretty quick. There's a slash. Andro is out. Nice. Our arm's going for the ult. Actually managed to just about clip the Ash. We'll block. She's gone here as well any second, I'd imagine. We'll go for the F, push over to the Grok. I actually managed to get over the edge there a little bit weirdly. Never had that happen before. Okay, I might be dead any second. We could go for the ult, but it doesn't matter because there is the victory. I think that actually counts as a death if you don't activate it before the game finishes. I don't know. Those of you guys that play a lot of term, let me know. Did that count towards my death count or not? Because I didn't technically hit E, or did I technically not die until the timer finishes? I think that's the correct one. But anyway, there we go again. A pretty solid stats page. I disclaimed right at the start of this video saying that your stats won't be that great, and in both the games we had pretty damn good stats. Our Ram did do better than us though. Props to him. The rest of our team also did a fantastic job there. Definitely don't expect to have such an easy time if you're playing more than a handful of games with this, because there are some tough matchups, especially on the bigger maps like Siege. I think Onslaught and TDM though, this is honestly a really solid alternative to the Q setup and will actually work better in some situations, I'd say. But anyway, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Of course, let me know what you want to see me the next. I'll see you guys all really, really soon. And as always, stay Frost though.